So I seen the video of the guy who was like, he had 7 kids and 7 baby mamas, right? But what I'm not understanding is the backlash that he's receiving for being honest. Everybody is calling him a deadbeat or irresponsible, but how is he a deadbeat or irresponsible to a situation or situations that he said he wanted no part of? He revealed that he was willing to get Plan Bs and pay for abortions for these women. Yet, everybody is mad at him, but y'all are not mad at the women. It takes 2 to lay down, not 1. These women weren't forced to lay down with him. They made the conscious choice to lay down with him. This is what happens when sex is normalized as a sport, like it's something to just do, as if there are no consequences behind it, good or bad. Whether you use protection or not, but even with protection, you're still at risk of catching something. Everybody want to sit around and act like sex is just something for fun. No, there's a lot of serious things, consequences that comes out of sex. Even when it's in good nature. There's no getting out of an STD or STI. There's no getting out of being pregnant. Those are the things that are prone to happen when you are out here having sex. He was honest about his intentions with all 7 women, and they still decided to ignore the warnings and still lay down with him. But yet y'all are coming at him. When those kids get older, the person responsible for their being is the mothers. Because they chose to lay down with a man who made it clear that he does not want to be a father. And I'm not understanding, after the first 2, why would there be more to follow behind? Why were y'all not using your brains? If this man told you what it was, why would you not think to go, okay, you know what? Matter of fact, I just don't want to have sex with you altogether. It's like y'all don't understand or realize how sick, demented, cruel, evil, and inconsiderate it is to bring a child into this world in a single parent home by choice. By choice. You intentionally laid down with a man who made it clear that he didn't want those kind of responsibilities. But because you're broken too, right? You thought that your child was going to make up for the failures of the adults that failed you or the people that failed you before they even came into this world. So now you want the child to pay for the mistakes of others, including yourself. In the video, he is not denying or trying to make excuses for how undisciplined he is. He is not making any excuse for it. And y'all are faulting him for being honest. Make it make sense. I'm just like really beyond confused as to why women in general would want to put themselves in that type of predicament, but then want to play the victim. A lot of y'all need to recognize the difference between have to, supposed to, and ought to. Have to meaning he has no other choice. There's no other option left. Supposed to is the expectation, right? So it would be the correct way of doing things you're obligated to do, right? And then ought to is doing something that is morally right. Right? It's something that when you ought to do something, that's when, mainly when you advise a person or recommend, right? Because it's morally the right thing to do. in a desired situation, an ideal situation, or something that is likely to happen. However, in this case, he doesn't have to own up to anything. He doesn't have to take responsibilities as a dad. And even though he admitted to having unprotected sex, he prefers that, right? And he admitted to not pulling out. It was still up to those women to know that and protect themselves better. Nobody should be out here having unprotected sex with anybody, to be real. Unless you're in a marriage. And these marriages today are even questionable because these people get cheated on. So it's like y'all make sex such a simple thing, and it's not. It's not. It's complicated because it comes with complications. Whether you want to be a mother or a father or not, when you participate in sex, those are your chances other than the STD or STI. You sign yourself up for those options. And you should be glad that you got a baby instead of the other two. But in cases like this, there's no win-win. Everybody's at a loss. Because now you have to raise a kid fatherless, while the father is continuing to do what he wants to do. Because he made it clear from the beginning that that's what he was going to do. A lot of y'all be out here getting pregnant, having kids, thinking that that's going to change a person, and it doesn't. You would think it would help mature people, but that's not the case. That's not the case. Like, y'all get involved with people that mean y'all no good. No good. But in your mind, in your delusional state of mind, you really think that you can change a person. If they are not prepared themselves as an individual to change, they will not change. But yet you want to keep giving the benefit of the doubt when the answers have always been proven. They've always been shown. The warnings were there. And you still decided to partake. Y'all need to really start focusing more on self-love and working on yourselves. Because people will continue to treat you the way you allow yourself to be treated. If you keep playing with fire, you're going to get burned. You're going to get burned.